Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Catherine Baxter, the University Secretary, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you all this afternoon for this great celebration. Can I just check, first of all, can everybody here at the back, can you give me a nice wave? Perfect, that's wonderful, thank you. Could I also ask you just to check if you've got a mobile phone or any other kind of device, could you very kindly either switch it off or put it on silent? That would be really kind, thank you. For health and safety reasons, we do have a number of exits marked by the green signs. We're not expecting any emergencies, but if for any reason we need to evacuate the marquee, then please follow the directions of the stewards and exit through the green signs that are marked. If you need to leave during the ceremony for any personal reasons, please make your way to the back. We have got first aid staff available and other staff to help in any way that they can. There's a rest area and a first aid point in the Student Union building behind the marquee. Just to remind you that the marquee and all university buildings are strictly no smoking, so please don't smoke until you're well outside. Thank you very much. Just a few words to remind you about the sequence of this afternoon's events, which you'll see in the programme. In a few minutes, the platform party will enter and the academic procession will come onto the platform and take up their places. As they enter, I'll ask you to stand and remain standing until you're asked to take your seats. And at the end of the ceremony, we'll ask everyone to stand again for the national anthem, and we'll ask you to remain standing, please, until all the processions have left the marquee. After the ceremony, we will have refreshments, and I'll say a few more words about that in a moment. If I can speak to the graduates just for a moment, just to advise them what they'll be doing, very important part of the ceremony, of course. After the introductory speeches and the presentation of an honorary award to Minette Batters, the president of the NFU, we will start the award for the graduates. Your awards will be announced from the platform in sequence by your programme manager, and a final year student will be on hand to invite you to come forward onto the stage. So we'll start on this side, and students on this side will come to the bottom of the ramp and wait for their name to be called, and then walk forward, shake hands with Minette in the centre of the stage, and proceed down the ramp, cross the front, and file back into your seats. So it's a circular movement like that and back into your seats. And it's the opposite for this side. So you will come to the bottom of the ramp, wait until you hear your name, walk forward, shake hands, down the ramp, along the front, and back into your seats. So it's a circular movement all the time. And at the end of the ceremony, when the academic procession leaves the stage, we will be leading you out to join on the end of that procession. So each of the rows come out and join on the procession, so all your friends and guests will get a nice view of you processing out as part of the procession. It is a celebration, so we really encourage everybody to cheer and clap and celebrate. It is a wonderful achievement, and we really want you to relax and enjoy the ceremony. When you're leaving the marquee at the end, graduates, please do keep going. We don't want a bottleneck. Your friends and guests will also want to get to refreshments, so please keep going and clear the back of the marquee and go out onto the lawn or go into your tea area, and obviously you can catch up with your colleagues then. Can we also please remind you that you need to pick up your degree certificate from the Temperton room in the main building. It will be open until 5:30. Very important that you pick up your certificate. We want to make sure that you've got it because obviously it's an important document. So that's available till 5:30. And then also you can return your robes to the sports hall up until 7 o'clock. So you've got quite a lot of time for that. So it's certificates up to 5:30 and robes 7 o'clock in the sports hall. Could I also just ask, please, if you would, we do need to tidy the marquee afterwards. So if you don't want to take your programme with you as a memento, if you'd either just leave it on your seat or put it in the recycling boxes at the various exits, we'd be really, really grateful. And similarly, if you have any rubbish bottles or anything that you've brought with you, again, please kindly put it in the receptacles on the way out. So thank you very much for joining us on this special occasion. We really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to be upstanding for the academic procession? Thank you very much.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I should like to welcome the families and friends of our graduates, who I'm sure are very proud of the achievements of our graduating class. I should also like to give a warm welcome to our special guest, Minette Batters, who we'll be hearing more about later when she's awarded an honorary degree. Before we get to that point, though, I'd like to tell you some of the highlights of the last year, of which there have been quite a number. In early 2018, in the Times Higher Education Magazine Student Experience Survey, we picked up first place in the categories for academic experience, student welfare, and industry connections. And in the What Uni Awards, we came first for the very similar categories of course and lecturers, student support, and job prospects. Our latest graduate employment rate is 97.2%, 6 months after graduation, putting us over 80 places ahead of the next nearest specialist institution in our field. So your dedication to your studies and our performance in getting you through your degrees and ready for the world of work really matter. And particularly because we're consistently amongst the best of the 160 plus universities and higher education colleges in the UK on that graduate employment performance indicator. You, however, will be the first cohort to go through a new process of collecting the next round of graduate employment data. So we ask you to help Maria Simpson in our Careers Office by responding to something called the National Graduate Outcomes Survey when it arrives in 15 months' time. Now, I'm sure at that stage you'll all have forgotten that it's coming. But if you're not around, please let your parents know about it so that they can forward it to you and you can then complete it. In 2017, we achieved a gold rating in the government's Teaching Excellence Framework, and the TEF, as it's known, included some new measures of performance in the 2018 round, including on the long-term maintenance of degree standards. We decided to take part again, resulting in us being one of only 2 higher education providers in the UK to achieve Gold Award in both of these assessments, and one of only 7 universities to have so far been assessed on their degree standards to have achieved a Gold Award. And to top all of that, in the QS World University Rankings for Agriculture and Forestry this year, we were placed second in the UK and in the top 60 in the world for academic reputation, while for employer reputation, we came first in the UK and second in the world. It has therefore been a remarkable time for your university that has made others take notice of us, both in the industries and professions in which we work and in the higher education sector. And our students have also performed exceptionally well throughout the year. Josh Dowbiggin won the 2017 Farmers Weekly Agricultural Student of the Year Award. Georgina Gator-Moore gained a silver award in the Agricultural Student category in the 2017 British Farming Awards, with another Harper Adams student, Hannah Dyke, amongst the finalists. Paddy Denny won the RABDF Dairy Student of the Year competition, the 4th year in a row for the university. Our team of students, Daniel Liddell, Harry Dunford, Charlie Cheney, Paul Brown and Michael Wood, won the 2018 Farm Planner competition, the 3rd year in a row that the award has been won by a Harper Adams team. The university has continued success in the Farmers Club Pinnacle Award, with Reuben Wilson taking first place, the 2nd time in 3 years that a Harper Adams student has won, and Sarah Dean coming 3rd. Our team in the Cereals Challenge, Ollie French, Alice Clues, Tom Green and Hannah Catling came 3rd this year. Ollie French, however, picked up the Guild of Agricultural Journalists Award, the 2nd year in a row that this award has gone to a Harper Adams student. So we've been doing some really amazing things out there in the world of agriculture. Our hands-free hectare project, in which last year we grew a crop of barley remotely without operators in the driving seat or agronomists on the ground, has since been covered in the farming, technology and general press or on TV in over 80 countries worldwide. For our engineering work to be featured as far afield as Canada and Australia is one thing, but to have the project being replicated now in India and in China is a strong endorsement of our international presence in technology development. We were also delighted that the Hands-Free Hectare team won the Future Food category of the BBC's Food and Farming Awards this year. Well-deserved recognition for their world-first achievement. Earlier in the academic year, of course, we hosted a visit by the Secretary of State for the Environment, Michael Gove. The visit resulted in Harper Adams University being referred to in a number of key speeches by the Secretary of State, including at the Oxford Farming Conference and when giving evidence to the Parliament's European Scrutiny Committee. And as the issue of Brexit continues to cause uncertainty and debate, the subject of international trade has also become increasingly relevant. So we managed to get Stan Phillips here, the Agricultural Counselor for the US Embassy in London, who gave an interesting talk to students and staff on linking US agriculture to the world and providing an opportunity for us to hear more about the importance of future UK-US trade relationships. Justin McCarthy, editor of the Irish Farmers' Journal, gave a presentation on the impact of Brexit on the Irish agriculture and food sectors and trade between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. This is, of course, an issue of great importance, as we've been hearing about in the news just today. Other visitors able to share their views on Brexit included the President of the Countryside Land and Business Association, Tim Brightmeyer, and the Welsh Assembly Government's Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Rural Affairs, Leslie Griffiths. Our engagement on this topic will, of course, continue in the coming year. Once again, our Development Trust has worked tirelessly to help provide scholarship support for our students, and this year, 133 students were awarded 152 scholarships, totaling £418,000. We're extremely grateful to the sponsors who have made a range of generous awards to the Trust and those who have helped us with other forms of practical and financial support during the course of the year. And we recognise that the contributions to the university of all those graduating today have also been immense, involving not only your academic endeavours, but also those of your student representatives, the team of wardens, and the final year dinner and summer ball committees. The summer ball was especially good this year. The Student Union has also played an important role in representing your views and running an amazing social programme. And our staff, those on stage and behind the scenes, have also played a vital part in getting you here. And I'm grateful for all that they do to make this such an outstanding institution. Our Board of Governors, too, has made a significant contribution to our work, and we're grateful for the important part they play in the life of the university. I should like to add another special thank you, this time to the families and friends gathered here today. I'm sure that you will have shared the ups and downs of university life with our graduating class, and that you will have provided support and encouragement along the way. And now is your chance to share in the celebration of their success. And now, talking about success, I mentioned some awards a little earlier on, and there's just one more I'd like to talk about today. Just this morning, we learned that the Sunday Times University Guide has once again named us, this time jointly with the University for the Creative Arts, the top-ranked modern university in the UK. And you can see the full results of that in Sunday's paper. So finally, it simply remains for me to pass on my congratulations to those of you graduating today. I've no doubt that you will continue to draw on your experiences gained here and enjoy the friendships forged at Harper Adams for the rest of your lives. Thank you again for acting as such good ambassadors for the university during your time with us, a role that we hope will continue as you embark on your careers. Enjoy the ceremony, please stay in touch, and may I wish you, on behalf of the university, the very best of luck for the future. Thank you.
So, it's my pleasant duty to present Minette Batters to you as recipient of an honorary degree. Minette runs a tenanted family farm in Wiltshire. The mixed farming business includes a 100-cow Continental Cross suckler herd and a small herd of pedigree Herefords, as well as sheep and arable. Diversification includes the conversion of a 17th century tithe barn into a wedding and corporate events venue, and horse liveries. Minette co-founded the campaigning initiatives Ladies in Beef and the Great British Beef Week. She's been an NFU member from grassroots through to county chairman. She served as Wiltshire's council delegate and also as regional board chairman for the South West. Minette has also been a member of the NFU Governance Board and served as NFU Deputy President for 4 years, from 2014 to 2018. She's also a trustee of Farm Africa. Minette was elected as the first female president of the NFU in February of this year. She quickly set out her vision to work with government to put British farming on the global map by enhancing the natural environment and improving soil health, protecting the nation's iconic countryside, feeding every part of Britain with safe, high quality and affordable food, driving productivity and innovation, and championing British farming at home and overseas. She's a tireless contributor to the debate on the future of farming following the UK's departure from the EU. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Minette Batters for the award of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to announce the students who have been successful on the Foundation Science degree in Agriculture, starting with Richard Bailey, Edward Bostock, Ollie Bright, Drew Britton, Ross Burrell, Owen Cade, Rupert Clark, Jack Clothier, Peter Cook, Victoria Cook, and Emily Cook. James Craven, William Davis, Georgia Down, Michael Edwards, Daisy Elliott, oops, all right, Paige Elliott, Lucia Gabain, Montague Gorringe, George Gribble, Robert Harris, Isabel Henderson, Rebecca Haywood, Christopher Hooper, Ed Howlett, Katie Hughes, Sophie Hughes, Joe Langley, Matthew Lee, James Lywood, Sarah Moult, Robert McEnany, Sam Norman, Kyle O'Connell, Rob Phillips, Tom Powell, William Ratcliffe, Bethan Roberts, John Sweet, Rob Thompson, Jordan Tweedale, Tom Vines, Gethin Walters, Rachel Weaver, Angus Weir, Bethany Wild, Martha Guys, Eddie James, Amy Kelly, Dan Miller, Montague Rudge, And now those students studying the Foundation Science degree in Agriculture with Mechanisation. Jonathan Brisbane, Jack Gordon Colebrook, James Hardacre, Jack Lilwall, Kane McWhirter, James Rimmer, Russell Slatter, and Rory Vizard. I wish you all the best in whatever careers you choose to follow. Good luck.
I'm pleased to announce the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agriculture with First Class Honours, Michael Wood. Harry Billing, Archie Bowes, Harry Bowers, Paul Brown, Ellen Burrow, George Cheney, Charlie Cheney, Arthur Cottingham, Mark Cuddy, Josh Dalbiggin, Emily Hickman, William Higgins, Oliver Hobbs, Saskia Johnson, Jason Lavis, Josh Lee, Imogen Manning, Lauren Milligan, David Plowright, Jack Polden. Go on, boy, you can do it. What a fuss. William Redfern, Caroline Rhodes, Tom A. Richardson, Alistair Sibbott, Amy Stinton, Lewis Trim, Emma Tristram, Gregory Trow, Jake Williams, Matthew Davis, Alfred Guy, Elizabeth Kirby, David Rees, Charlotte Robinson, and Kieran Walter. In Agriculture with Animal Science with First Class Honours, Amy Barnes. With First Class Honours, Julia Teatwell. And with First Class Honours, James Larveld. Alistair Bland, Rowan Boardley, Sophie Boyce, Alice Bugden, Anna Carmichael, Isabella Danks, Paddy Denny, Sean Downs, Lottie Farrow, Alice Gibson, James Law, Lewis McClinton, Ryan McFarland, Emily Morris, Hayley Neal, Maddie O'Mahony, Tessa Phillips, Matthew Rollison, Wes Udall, Lowry Jones, and Christine Lofthouse-Pratt. In agriculture with crop management, with first-class honours, Hannah Catling. With first-class honours, William Foles. With first-class honours, Ollie French. And with first-class honours, Tom Green. Ed Capel-Morris, Alice Clues, Anne Davis, Dan Gowthorpe, David Hawcroft, Joe Hodgson, Ellie Jennings-Edwards, Tom Mitchum, Harry Moore, Callum Norman, and Henrietta Wells. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Crop Management with commendation, Joe Cluley, Josh Hart, Dan Jones, and with commendation, Callum Potts. Bachelor of Science with honours in Agriculture with Farm Business Management with first-class honours, Dan Liddell. And with first-class honours, Joe Morell. Ben Adams, George Baker, Ben Curfey, Cleavon Davis, William Davis, Dan Jones, Hamish Logan, Nick Moulds, Adam Sutcliffe, Andrew Whitlow, Tom Whitaker, Rebecca Yarnold, and Angus McKinnon. In Agriculture with Marketing, Molly Gilbert. In Agriculture with Mechanisation, with first-class honours, William Hitchcock. Matt Carter, Edward Geary, Mark Laverty, and Henry Schweier. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the pick of the crop. It's been a privilege knowing you, and I wish you every success in the future. That concludes the awards for agriculture.
It is with great pleasure to announce the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Rural Enterprise and Land Management with First Class Honours degree to Jennifer Bennett. First Class Honours with Ellen Bryan. First Class Honours Zoe Davis. First Class Honours Ellen Cottrell. First Class Honours Annabelle Hollis. First Class Harriet Jones. First Class Larissa Cate. First Class Honours Charlotte Lawson. First Class Honours Eleanor Ormrod. First Class Honours Francesca Stattard. First Class Honours Amy Turner. First Class Honour Alexandria Watts. Joshua Boulston. Lucy Carnell. Samuel Cole. Ellis Cooney. Emma Davis. Olivia Fox. Annabelle Gray. Samuel Halstead. Sarah Hazel. Rosalind Hinch. David Jones. Ellis Jones. Stuart Jones. Simon Lewis. Rory Matthews. Hannah Maynard. Daffith Parry. Thomas Price. Katie Proctor. Samuel Rees. Lauren Robinson. Frederick Saundercook. Eleanor Savage. Ellen Scrim. Matthew Southall. Kate Spottiswoode. Alice Stevens. Alice Tamblin. Edward Tyler. Abigail Was. Lucy Whitaker. Helena White. John Raby. A Bachelor of Science with Honours in Rural Property Management, Alice Bonus. Jacob Fellows. Mary Elizabeth Foster. Danielle Galvin. Beatrice Hawker. Andrew Lowe. William Seaton. Henry Martin. Caroline Webster. We've had 12 first-class honours degrees, the most ever in Realm and RPM, equaling last year. In their first year, the Realms and RPM met the first ever RICS female president, Louise Brooke Smith, and made a guard of honour with ranging rods. And in the second year, they sold Ed Sheeran in a sheep pen. Their most friendly and helpful year. Thank you very much.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for Foundation Science degree in Agribusiness with distinction, Emily Bayliss. Molly Alexander, Jonathan Charmley, James Cole, Catherine Elston, Claire Kennedy, Georgina Marland, John Morrow, Georgina Narlock, Samuel Wellicombe. Foundation Science degree in Agri-Food Marketing with Business Studies, Emily Hughes. Annabelle Kennedy. Elizabeth Oatey. Foundation Science degree in Business Management with Marketing, Charlotte Ellis. Beth Roberts. Lucy Templeton. The Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agribusiness with First Class Honours, Rachel Croker. Anna Blakey. Thomas Brett. Thomas Chambers. Laura Cornthwaite. Jack Davis, Sarah Dean, Thomas Evans, Grace Gibbs, Joanne Gregory, Jack Hammersley, Alistair Heinrich, Samuel Hobbs, Hugo Leach, Cherry Metcalf, Ellen Rayner, Hugo Salter, Michael Shudlam, Samuel Wharton, Reuben Wilson. Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness with Commendation, Bethany Honour. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agri-Food Marketing with Business Studies with First Class, Camilla Langmead. With First Class, William Rees. With First Class, William Taylor. Fionn Davis. Callum Forsyth, Emily Mayer, Amy Parry, Zara Peach, Cara Rhodes, Samuel Taylor, Rachel Thomas, The Bachelor of Science with Honours in Business Management with Marketing with First Class Lucy Erland. With First Class Iona Sapsed. William Barker. Emily Bond. Jack Braid. Daniel Ditchfield. Abigail Greenwood. Joe Grundy. Deborah Laird. John Mountford. Charles Sabin. Harriet Sims. Elodie Straker. Rebecca Watson. And Georgina Webstale. This concludes the business suite of awards. Best wishes for your future in your work and your travels, and good luck in everything you do. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the postgraduate awards, beginning with the postgraduate diploma in agroecology to Katrina Darley. The postgraduate diploma in forestry management to John Isles. The postgraduate diploma in meat business management to Tamara Pickstock. The postgraduate diploma in real estate and land management to Katrina Mackison. The postgraduate diploma in rural property management to Ian Langford. The Master of Science in Agroecology with distinction to Luke Briggs. To Laura Peralta Ferraras and Imogen Ryan. The Master of Science in Aquaculture with distinction to Charlotte Bolton. The Master of Science in Conservation and Forest Protection with distinction to Rachel Perkins. And to Michael Hendry. The Master of Science in Entomology with distinction to Megan Lewis. And also with distinction to Mike Shermer. To Sandra Orlean Mulio. To Akib Ali. To Claire Allison. To Gareth Colley. To James Fage. To Sam Finney. To Ross George. To Daniel Gilbert. To Charles Griffiths. To Susan Hammond. To Scott Martin. And also to Lindsay Thompson. The Master of Science in Entomology with Plant Pathology, Studies by Negotiation, with distinction to Katie Blaine. The Master of Science in Food Industry Management, at distinction to Eleonora White. To Chwazra Howe. To Tuan Young Lee. To Caroline Strickland. To Florine Stroll. and to Xie Tong Wang. The Master of Science in Forestry Management to Ian Kyle and to Jake Simpkins. The Master of Science in Integrated Pest Management to Akib Jahir. The Master of Science in International Agribusiness and Food Chain Management with distinction to Diane von der Leest. To Gustavo Barbosa Martignoni and to Alfonso Ferrari del Portillo. The Master of Science in Plant Pathology at distinction to Lucy Carson-Taylor and to Thomas Nixon. The Master of Science in Rural Estate and Land Management to Ione Betka, to Sam Burston, to Alexandra Carr, to Ella Dainty, to Hester Dalton, to Emma Homer, to Catherine Lewis, to Jonathan Love, to Anya McGinnity, to Ashleen O'Donovan, and to Kathleen Walton. The Master of Science in Ruminant Nutrition with distinction to Andrew King, to Grace Barwell, to Ella Forrest, to Emma Shepherd, and to Emma Taylor. And also the awards of the Professional Master's Degree in Rural Estate and Land Management at distinction to Nick Skelhorn, to Philippa Andrew, to Patricia Clark, to William Davis, to Angus Ferguson, to Sarah Henderson, to Tim Jones, to Julie Kennelly, to Emma Story, and to Connie Turner. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is with the greatest of pleasure that I announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy to Grace Hannah Milburn for her thesis entitled Application of Biosolids to Agricultural Soils and Their Effect on Soil Biology and Chemistry. Many congratulations to Grace.
It is with great pleasure that I announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy to Katie Reed for her successful defense of her thesis, The Life Cycle and Development of Agrillus bigotatus and Mechanisms of Host Resistance and Annual Growth in Relation to Acute Oak Decline. It is with great pleasure I announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy to Joseph Mark Roberts for the successful defense of his thesis, The Chemical Ecology of Prey Location and Recognition by the Predatory Mite Phytosulius persimilis. Congratulations to you both.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy to Dr. Cressida Smith for her thesis entitled Behavioural Science and Farm Crime Prevention Decision Making, Understanding the Behavioural Culture of Farmers in England and Wales. Well done, President.
Good afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy for the thesis entitled The Effect of Feeding Microalgae on Rumen Fermentation, Milk and Cheese Fatty Acid Profile and Fertility in Dairy Cows to Bethan Elined Till.
Good afternoon. It gives me enormous pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy for his thesis entitled Factors Affecting Biofumigation Success Against Potato Cyst Nematodes to William Dennis John Watts.
A very, very good afternoon to you all. I am just slightly concerned that my hat is going to fall completely down over my face, but hopefully it will hold out. Look, it's an unbelievable honour for me to receive this honorary doctorate from Harper Adams. I genuinely don't feel that I deserve it, but I absolutely know the organisation that I represent, the National Farmers Union, does. So it's a massive pleasure to be here today. I just want to try and sum up literally in 5 minutes sort of my thoughts for you really as you enter the big wide world. I think if anybody ever doubted that the future of British agriculture isn't in safe hands, they only need to look at the breadth and depth of talent here today. But I think I can capture it all by saying it's really going to be about risk. It's going to be about opportunity. And above all else, it's going to be about change. And there is risk ahead, without doubt. You know, for the first time in my lifetime, bearing in mind how much older I am than the rest of you, it is the first time that we will be severing our links with the European Union. And whatever you think about that, it remains uncertain as to where the UK will dock. Where will our place be in the world? Will we be docked with a relationship with the EU and one with the rest of the world? Or will we be leaving the European Union behind and docking very firmly somewhere else? And that question, as I stand here today, remains unanswered. And the only people that can answer that question are effectively those with the political power, those in government that will achieve that deal. But it's also about opportunity. And if I could sum up what I would like the agricultural bill to look like, I could model it here on Harper Adams. There is everything going on. You are pioneering the way forwards. There's a good reason why your Vice-Chancellor, David Llewellyn, is always on political platforms. Indeed, he's the only one I see regularly represented from an agricultural university point of view. And that is because he builds this platform on a positive message. You never hear Harper moaning or whinging or wanting money. They are about ambition, they are about innovation, they are about new technology, they are about driving change. And when I hear today that you can now microchip a slug, I really am left absolutely speechless by what this university continues to deliver. It's also, for me, I think, importantly, about your future. I've said consistently from day one, you know, we have a marketplace, 66 million people in the UK. We are the prize jewel, if you like, across the globe. And I want our farmers and growers to remain the #1 supplier of choice to the UK market. I want your future, wherever you choose that to be, whether that is indeed in farming or whether it is one of the plethora of jobs that will be in a changing world in food science and the supply chain. I want you to consistently be at the forefront of providing what British citizens want. And I was asked earlier in an interview if I could give any advice, and I genuinely do not feel that I can give any advice, but what I will say to all of you is I set out from very lowly farming roots. I built my own farming business from literally nothing. I never, ever set out to be president of the NFU. And I just want you all, as you go forwards, to believe in you. Because if you don't believe in you, it's that much harder for others to believe in you. And embrace the opportunities that there are out there. You never look back in life and regret what you have done. You only ever look back and regret what you haven't done. And things will go wrong. They have for me on many an occasion. Things will go wrong, but that shapes you. Every time things go wrong, think that's just actually going to make me better. It's going to make me stronger. So embrace the opportunities that Brexit has on offer. More than anything, embrace change. And I would just like to finish by thanking all the staff at Harper, the governors, the Vice-Chancellor, David Llewellyn, and indeed all the parents here, the guests and the families who have, I know, put a huge amount of effort into all of you here today. So it just remains for me to thank you, to wish you well, and say what a truly huge honour this is for me personally. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow graduates. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Georgie Marland, and I'm the Student Union President here at Harper Adams University. It's an honour to stand in front of you today as we celebrate all of our achievements over the last few years here. I would like to congratulate all of you for getting this far and actually getting your degree. Also, a huge well done to all of those who have won awards today. All those long nights spent in the bar, the Welly and Central Square clearly paid off. Over the past 4 years, we have excelled in many areas. One of the highlights was the Harper v Siren varsity rugby match, which we gained 2 wins over 2 matches. We have a number of students who have excelled outside of Harper, as David has already said, such as Josh Dalwigan, who won the Farmers Weekly Agricultural Student of the Year in 2017, and Emily Hickman for being nominated for the same award. Matthew Rollinson and Alice Clues also being nominated for the British Farming Awards this year, and that is just to name a few. However, our biggest achievement to date has to be the fact that over the last 4 years, we have consumed an almighty £1.3 million worth of drinks in the SU bar. As I look around the room today, I realise the best thing that we've got out of Harper has to be all of the friendships. You may have met these friends in halls, in your clubs and societies, or in your classes. These friends are the ones that you will have for life. They will be at your weddings, they will be at your children's christenings, and they will be by your side for the rest of your lives. I now propose a vote of thanks, firstly to our guest speaker, Minette Batters, for such an inspirational speech. And again, I agree, I look forward to seeing how far we can all go with the future and facing all the challenges that we may have in the future. Secondly, to the Vice-Chancellor and the Board of Governors for successfully guiding the development of Harper Adams University for another successful year. Thirdly, to the lecturers and support staff for sharing their knowledge and guiding us through the years. Without this, many of us not may be here today. And finally, and most importantly, friends and family, for their encouragement and support that was needed to succeed and for giving us the ability to be where we are today. Can I please ask all my fellow graduates to be upstanding and applaud to show our appreciation. Just a reminder that tonight we have one last night in the SU bar where graduates, parents and guests are all welcome to attend from 9 o'clock, so I hope to see you all there. Once again, thank you. I hope throughout the rest of your lives you'll carry Harper with you and never forget the Harper ethos of work hard, play harder. For my final ever cited quote as a student, a wise bear once said, "We didn't realise we were making memories, we only knew we were having fun." Winnie the Pooh, 1924. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the close of our ceremony. My name is Mike Lewis. I'm the chairman of the Board of Governors here at Harper, but more importantly, I stand between you and refreshment, and so I will be mercifully brief. And from what you've just heard from Georgie, standing between the students and refreshment clearly is not a good idea. To our graduates, for that is what you now are, in an odd sort of way, today really is the first day of the rest of your life. And you're going to be doing very important work as you build your careers. During your career, the population of the world is going to rise from some 7 billion to some 10 billion people. And those extra 3 billion people will need food every day, healthy food, produced economically, produced safely, and produced despite political upheavals and in the teeth of climate change. It will happen only if people like you, skilled, hardworking, knowledgeable, make it happen. To the parents here, I say that you can afford to switch your focus from those extra 3 billion people to the one person with whom you are celebrating today, your graduate. You can be proud of what they have achieved. And given that you may just possibly have played some small, unsung part in their success, you can be proud of what you have achieved. And I have to tell you as well, talking of pride, that I am very proud of all the Harper people and everything that they have achieved. So, now you celebrate. And by the way, as you leave the marquee, keep going. Because if you stop near the entrance, you stand between refreshment and the rest of the people here. And as we have already agreed, that's not a good idea. May I ask you now, please, to stand for the national anthem, and please remain standing as the academic procession leaves.